Hello there. It's a pleasure to always come your way. We are so grateful for the massive support that we've received from all. We've received a lot of good reviews, a lot of feedback, and it's been a pleasure always to read you and then listening to you and getting all this feedback and support from you. Thank you all so much for this amazing journey. But the most important thing is actually about you. Our focus is how we can inspire you, guide you, and help you to be able to reach your worldly place. This is the Intentional World 2.0 series, and we seek to be able to direct you, guide you, and help you reach your worldly place. In my book, Intentional World 2.0, Building with the Pentagon World Model, I begin first by helping you to identify what world actually means to you. So I introduce you to the mixed world definition model. You are able to identify which category is most important to you. Is it about the materialistic, or is it about the independence? Is it about something physical or even psychological? Is it the social aspect? You're able to help and know which one means a lot to you. Today, I want to move on to another step which is very important. It doesn't matter where you come from, where you are, or even what you are doing currently. What is possible for you if you are able to define what it means to you and you're able to choose correctly which path best suits you. So today, can I have the privilege of sharing the Quadrant pathway to your worldly place? There's a first group of people that we refer to them as the dreamers. Now these dreamers are people who have the audacity of hope, and they have the audacity of faith to dream, to wish, and to follow through their dreams and their aspirations. Most of these dreamers end up, and we call some of them entrepreneurs. Some of them will end up being musicians, some of them will be actors, some of them will be artists, and they will end up in their creative, innovative industry and will take the step to pursue every dream that they have. It is actually very important that you identify which one you belong to. Now with the dreamer's pathway, it is often not an easy one. These are the people who struggle a lot at the beginning. At the beginning, it is very tough. But some of them would have to quit their 8-to-5 job. Some of them after university or after secondary school or high school wouldn't even have to go for a job. They have to follow up with their dreams. And because of that, it becomes quite difficult at the beginning for them. Yet, when their breakthrough happens and they're able to make it to the top, their bank account, it reflects right there. Now, because of these people having a faster lane towards wealth as compared to the other three I'm here to talk to you about, often people have that notion that then everybody would have to be an entrepreneur, everybody would have to move into this step of the dreamer in order to become rich. That is not necessarily the case, because some of us will have to remain in the 8-to-5 jobs, and some of us would also would have to be in the dreamers category. So the second category is what we call corporate climbers. Now these corporate climbers are people who have decided that we would work for other people, who work for the government, either in the public or they'll be in the private sector. But they are people who aim to be in position of influence, and people through their influence sometimes also become affluent. So it is very important that we know that this category of people are climbing the ladder, the corporate ladder, and they get to the top and they become part of the top management or the top executives. In entrepreneurship, we refer to them as intrapreneurs, people who are working for other people, but they have the power to make entrepreneurial decisions on behalf of the company. You can be like that, like be the CEO of Alphabet, or be the CEO of Apple, be the CEO of Coca-Cola, be the governor of the Bank of Ghana, be the MD or the CEO of the bank or hotel. The major difference with that is that they do not have their own time for themselves, nor their independence. It is often a bit tight, and they also depend on how successful the institution or the company they work for would be. So that's the second category of people. So some of you don't have to necessarily be entrepreneurs. You can become intrapreneurs and decide to stay with your 8 to 5 job and still you can reach your worthy place, while others can decide to quit your 8 to 5 jobs and become entrepreneurs or artists or musicians and be able to also reach their worthy place. It is possible for the first category, it is possible for the second category. However, there are the third categories of people who are normally referred to as the experts or the connoisseurs, or people who are specific in an area of expertise. They specialize there. So the person becomes the top surgeon, the top lawyer, the top accountant. So it is very important that this third category of people are people who spend a lot of money learning and training and getting all the qualifications, and they charge premium for their services, and they are also able to reach their worthy place. Now the last category is actually the masses, where it is often consists of the low level and the middle level, where it is a saver investor method, which is often like a slow lane method, because you have to first now save and then invest and wait over a time for it to accumulate and then be able to get there. And if you look at all these four, the quadrant that I've just shared with you, you need to assess yourself, and if you have the chance to go through my book, we'll be able to help you to identify which category that you think you belong to, so that you are not swayed to the left nor to the right by some inspirational people and some gurus who are not giving you any proper guide. It is very important you decide which path you are using, and the earlier you know, the better for you. It is a pleasure coming your way, and I hope to see you next time. I will be so glad to receive your comments and your feedback. And if you're looking for a copy of our book, you can find it with the details below, so you can order it from my website. You can go to Amazon and search for Intentional World 2.0 and you find it right there. Or for those of you who are already in Ghana, there's some contacts that have been provided on all our social media handles, and then it will be delivered to your doorstep. It's a pleasure coming your way. Thank you, and see you on the next